Okay. Row ID is also a pseudo column in the table which stores and returns the row address in the hexadecimal format. Okay, row ID can also be used to delete the duplicate records from the table. User can access a row quickly and easily using its row ID. It comprises of the object ID, data file ID, block ID, and record ID. So it can be reusable. Okay. So we'll create a table that is table emp1 have select far from emp. So table is created. Now check this table data. Select. So once if you describe this, describe emp1. So what are the columns it is displaying here? Employee number, ename, job manager, hire date, salary, commission, department. Only these only it is displaying when you use this describe command. But row ID is not displaying in this. But still you can access using this select row ID as a row underscore ID, comma, employee number, comma, employee name, comma, you can say manager and job, comma, salary from EMP1. Okay, columns you can, whichever columns you want, you can take that. But if you check this row ID, so this is the hexadecimal format. So each row, it is a unique row ID. Okay. Suppose if you insert extra records into this, I'm going to insert extra record. Insert into EMP1 values 7839. Duplicate record I'm going to insert with the same details. And same. I'm going to insert with this one more record. Okay. Two records I have inserted. I'm using the commit command. So now it is having the thing here. One record it is there. And here also thing it is there. Okay. Suppose row ID as row underscore ID, comma, star if I give, it will throw the error. I have to give some e dot alias now. Okay. So if you here check this one, king it is having the S triple it is there. Same if we check here. Four triple eight is there. Okay. So when we check this, except row ID remaining, this one and this one first record, both are same. Okay. This is the first record and this king record, both are same here. So how will you delete? If you want to delete, you can use the where clause delete from EMP, where either if you say employee number 7839, then both the records will be deleted, or if you say employee name, then also it will be going to delete the both the records. So what is the unique between these two records? Okay, so only row ID is unique, so that we can use the row ID for the deletion of this record. Otherwise, you cannot delete without the row ID concept here. Okay, suppose select star from EMP1 where employee number is equals to 7839. That means how many records it is fetching? two records fetching here normally. So if you want to delete, how can you delete from EMP1, where EMP number is equals to 7839 means what it will delete? Both the records it will delete. But I want to delete only duplicate record which is having extra. But if you use this employee number or employee name, what will happen? It will delete both the records. But I want to keep only one record out of the two duplicate records. So only we have to use the row ID concept here. Okay. So how will you use this row ID concept here? So to find this row ID, so for which row ID you want to delete, so you can use this select star from EMP1 E1, where row ID is equals to select min of row ID from EMP E1 E2, where E2 dot employee number is equals to E1 dot employee number. Which type of subquery this? చెప్పండి. We have the subqueries two types. One is non-correlated and another is correlated. Out of the two, which type of this one? In the non-correlated subquery, we are using the first it execute inner query, later it will execute outer query. But correlated subquery, first it will execute outer query, after that inner query will be executed. And one more point, that is in the correlated subquery, outer query table alias name will be used in the inner query where class. You have to be answered immediately. So this topic is already completed. So after seeing this query, you have to tell that which type of subquery this one. Okay. So when you use this select star from EMP1 E1, where row ID is equals to select a min of row ID from EMP1 E2, where E2 dot employee number is equal to E1 dot employee number. So with this query, what are the records I am getting here? So only 14 records. I didn't get a duplicate record here. Okay. So if you see, there is no duplicate record here. So when you use this select star from EMP1, then I'm getting the how many? 16 records I am getting. 7369 it is there, and 7839 both are having the duplicate records here. Okay, this is the 7369, but only name different, remaining all the records it is same. Based on the employee number, if you check this, it is removing the duplicates and getting only non-duplicate records by using this query. Select star from EMP E1, where row ID. Based on the row ID, it is displaying here. If you want, you can insert this row ID also here. Comma E1 dot star. Then if you see this is the min of row ID. So if you see this, I am getting 14 records, and it is the, what is the min of row ID for this king? I'm having this is the row ID for this king. Suppose if you say max of row ID, then I'm getting the king for here, row ID this one. Okay, if you observe, this is the min of row ID and this is the max of row ID. So in the max we have this 4 triple A and min we have the S triple A here. Okay, so like this you can identify the duplicate value and you can remove either the min of the row ID record or max of the row ID record. So then how will you remove this one? Means delete from using this syntax, that is delete from table name where row ID not in. Select min of row ID from table name group by column name. So here if you are using the min of the row ID, so what are the remaining values it is? So table have the 16 records. So when you use this min of record concept here, so here I am getting only 14 records. Another 2 records are duplicate records. The 2 records it is not fetching here. So by using this delete from table name where row ID not in. So not in means in this list whatever the records not there that will be removed from this table. Delete from EMP1 where row ID not in. Select min of row ID from EMP1 group by EMP number. So with this query, what I am getting here, all the min of the row IDs I am getting. So how many records? I got 14 records. So remaining, it will by this command, by this query, delete from EMP1 where row ID not in. In this list, whatever not there, that remaining 2 records will be deleted with this query. So this is important to remember this row ID concept for the duplicate records deletion purpose. Okay. So now we got 2 records deleted. So how many are? Only 14 now. So how will you retrieve the duplicate records? So how will you find out the duplicate records? Select employee number, comma, count star from EMP1. Wherever we are using the aggregate function, we have to use the group by compulsory employee number having count star greater than 1. That means now it is 0 records. No duplicate records. Suppose I am going to insert one more time in this table. So I am using this. Now this you can we are having the 16 records here. Okay. So out of these 16 records, I want to find out the duplicate records. So how many are there? So I can give this select employee number, comma, count star from EMP1 group by employee number having count star greater than 1. Then we have the 2 records, that is 7839, 2 times it is there, 7369, 2 times it is there. So these are the duplicate records. So once we delete, then it will not display any records. Suppose I want only non-duplicates, then having count star is equals to 1, then I'm getting all the remaining records information here. Okay. So when is the greater than, then you are getting the duplicate records here. So when using the equals to, then you are getting the non-duplicate records. Okay. So like this, you can use this query to get the duplicate records in the table. Count star you can use it and group by having count star greater than 1. So I want to retrieve the all the records except the last record. So this is a requirement. So retrieve all the rows except the last record. So how will you do that? Using the row ID concept only, you can able to do that. Select row ID as a row ID, comma, employee number, e-name, salary, department number from EMP1. Where row ID not in, select min of row ID from EMP1. Whatever the, with this min of row ID, you will get the last record from this table. This is the min of row ID. So and we are getting this information. 15 records I am getting here. Suppose if you deleted the duplicates, then how will it will change here? So records deleted. Now what will happen here? Let me check this. It is giving the out of 14 records, last record it is not displaying here. That is king it is not displaying. If you observe here, S888 is not displaying. That is based on the row ID concept. Suppose I want to update the all the rows except the first row in the table. So modify all rows except the first row in the table means then I can use the update statement. Update EMP1 that salary is equals to salary plus 100. Where row ID not in, select min of row ID from EMP1. So 13 rows got updated here. Okay. So next we have the row number. This is also pseudo column. Row number also is a pseudo column. Generated sequence for a query output. It is a dynamic value automatically retrieved along with the select statement output. So row number is a numeric. It is temporary. It won't be stored in the database. Row ID will be stored in the database, whereas row number it will not store in the database, and it is only numeric value. So it will be generated sequence number along with the query output of the select statement. So query output means select star from EMP1. Then what you are getting here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like this, you are getting the row number. This is called as a row number. Okay. So this row number will be generated along with the select statement. Okay. So whereas row ID is unique. Okay. Row ID is unique. So whereas row number will be, it's not a permanent value. It is a temporary value. It will be generated while when you use the select query class. So this row number will be different based on our different output here, different select queries. Suppose if you use this select star from EMP1, then I am getting the 14 records, and this is the 14, 1 to 14 row numbers. Suppose same query, the where class where the EPT number is equals to 30. Then I'm getting the only 6 records. If you see this, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only row numbers here. Okay. So if you see this, James is on the 6th serial number. If you check this, it is 6, it is there. Blake, it is first, it is there. Suppose if you check this only table name, select star from EMP, where it is Blake, Blake on the second position. Whereas James in 13th position. Okay. So that means this is the values, row number is changing based on our query. Okay. So James here it is 6. When is only table, entire table, then it is coming under the 13th. Okay. So like that, this row number will be different output it will generate in the sequence order only, but based on the select statement output, it will sequence will be vary here 1 to 6 or 1 to 14 like that based on the number of records. Suppose if you check this, select row number, comma, ename, salary from EMP. Then there is a row number here. Same if you use this row ID, comma, row number. Then select row ID, comma, row number, ename, salary from EMP. Then check this difference. This is the row ID, that is unique only. Row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. Select row ID, row number, comma, row ID, E dot, star from EMP, E. So I want to find out the row number using this query. That means suppose if I want to, based on the salary concept, select row number, comma, ename, comma, salary from EMP, order by salary. So order by salary means it will be on the ascending order. So if we check this, 800, 950, 1100, 1250, like that salary is in the ascending order. But if you check the row number, so in the row number, if you observe, it is 7, it is there, 13, 12, 10, 9, 14, 11, 8. It is in the, not in the row number order. It is not in the ascending order. Suppose if you use the descending order, what will happen? Select row number, ename, salary from EMP, order by salary, descending order. Salary it is in the descending order, but if you check this row number, that is in the different format. Suppose if you use this, select R pad of Rohan, comma, row number from EMP, where row number less than or equals to 5. order by row number ascending order. So how it is printing? RRO, ROH, ROHA, ROHN. Using this row number concept, you can create like this also. If you want to create pyramid, if you want to create the triangle, like that, you can use this RPAD and row number concepts. So based on that, you can get the required output here. I select RPAD of Rohan, row number from EMP, where row number less than or equals to 5, order by row number descending. So in the above, we are using the ascending order. Now we are using the descending order. Rohan, RO, HA, ROH, RO, R. Same way you can use this for LPAD also. Okay, if you see this, row number, comma, LPAD of star, comma, row number. So till 5 it will replace with the star. Padding. LPAD means left side it will add the stars from EMP where row number less than or equals to 5. So how will you retrieve the top 5 highly paid employees? In the table, how will you find out the top 5 highly paid employees? You can use this, select a row number, employee name, job, salary from, select a row number, comma, employee name, job, salary from EMP, order by salary descending, where row number less than or equals to 5. Suppose only this query if you are executed, what will happen? So I'm getting the all the records with the row numbers here. Same query with this up to less than or equals to 5 means I'm getting error here. So when you're using this select statement to select a row number within this query here, I'm getting the values. Based on this, I'm using this select row number, ename, job, salary from this select statement where row number less than or equals to 5. That means in this order, if you see 5,000, 3,000, 3,000, 2975, 2850. So these are the 5 records. Highly paid salaries, that is 5 records it is kept in the ascending order. Sorry, descending order. Okay, salary in the descending order. From the descending order, we are selecting only 5 records. Then I'm getting only these records. Okay. Retrieving the nth maximum salaried employee details. Previously, how will you find using the max query? You are getting the first hired salary, second hired salary. But now I want to retrieve nth maximum salaried employee details. So how will you use that using this select query? Select a row number, employee name, job, salary from, again, select row number, rename, job, salary from EMP, order by salary descending. So first we are doing in the salary in the descending order, so that based on that, we are getting the number of records. So that means first 5 or second 5 are less than 5, less than or equals to 5 based on this query I am getting here. If you see this, nth maximum salary employee details. That means in the runtime we will pass the n value. Based on that, I'm going to get the value. Suppose if I want third, I'm getting the 3000. Same query if I execute first, I'm getting the 5000. I want fifth record, then I'm getting 2850. Suppose eighth record, 1500. Like this, you can use this query. Same way I want to retrieve the event rows only. So how can you do that? So how will you separate it, event rows and odd rows? Some function is there, I have explained in the starting. That time it was not properly came, but regarding that function, I explained that is mod function. Okay. So using the mod function, you can retrieve the event rows and odd rows. So select a row number, ename job salary from EMP, group by row number, comma, ename job salary, having mod of row number, comma, 2 is equals to 0, order by row number. Here if you see, we are using the group by function. In this group by function, we are using the mod function. Mod of row number, comma, 2, that is equals to 0. That means there is a even rows. So even rows, that is a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Suppose I want only odd numbers, then odd rows, then I want to mention in the mod row number, comma, 2 is equals to 1. Then you will get the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 if you see this row number. Okay. So even our odd rows, by using this mod function we are getting. So if it mod of row number, comma, 2 is equals to 0, then you will get the even rows. Mod of row number, comma, 2 is equals to 1, then you will get the odd rows here. Okay. So this is about this pseudo columns concept. So row ID, row number, sequence dot, next value, sequence dot, curve value. So all these will be available in the database, but in the direct table you don't see these pseudo columns, and you cannot update or you cannot delete or insert into these pseudo columns. Only Oracle will take care of all these pseudo columns.